Hey everyone, Combo here, back with another Empires and Puzzles video, and today we are in day 4 of the 5-star Bloody Battle Raid Tournament with no greens. I'm going to feature my 5 raid flags with commentary. Today's featured hero is going to be Cerus. Cerus is a very fun hero to use. They are average mana speed, deal 600% damage to the target. If the target had more than 50% mana before receiving damage, it targets another enemy who had over 50% mana before receiving any damage from this special skill. If none of the other enemies had 50% mana, targets a random enemy. The damage is reduced on each consecutive hit. Each enemy can only be hit once. All hit targets get silenced for 4 turns, and all enemies get minus 250 attack and minus 250 defense as a wither effect. So even if we do go up against some toons or glass heroes, that wither effect will still be helpful. And today's first battle is going to be up against a glass Vivica tank team, which is interesting since we're in Bloody War or Bloody Battle Raid Tournament. They have another glass Vivica, glass Richard, Medea, and Domi Ventus. So let's bring in a couple purples probably, and then maybe a couple other reds. Let's bring in Domi Ventus, and they had glass heroes, I think, so I don't want to use name. Actually, they've only got one glass hero for an attacking hero with Richard, so I will bring in Naeem. Where was he? And then let's bring in a couple of purples. I want to bring in Medea, and then also Mordowich maybe, or Sartana actually. That's even better. All right, let's go into battle with this. See how this first flag here goes. I'm going to start off with the 3 purples up the middle, up against Vivica. Since we're in Bloody Battle Raid Tournament, I may as well tile dump up against her as much as possible. Let's match the 3 greens up against her. Actually, let's match the 3 yellows and greens on the right. All right, now we've got 4 purples we can match. Let's get a set of Cascade of the greens and then the reds as well. Let's use the Shifting Miles attack on Medea so she could not use it on me. And then I'm going to use Sartana on Domi Ventus. Let's match these 3 purples over here. And then I'm going to match the reds up against Medea to force her to go off and spread that Miles attack over to Glass Richard, who did not reflect or resist it. Cool. Let's hit this purple dragon, setting off that Cascade of blues as well. We've got Domi Ventus. Let's use that on the left side over here. I'm going to match these blues and reds so that I can match the reds next turn, so that we can finally get Cerus, hopefully. He's got the mana reduction ailment, so I might not be able to get him. We do get him. Cool. Although, almost everybody's dead anyway. Let's use Naeem first, and then Cerus. And then I'm going to match the blues here to set off that Cascade of greens. Nice Cascade with the purples, and we might be able to end the battle right now. Let's use Medea first. And then Sartana on Richard. Just kidding, Medea killed both of them. Awesome, we are 1 for 1 so far today. Next up, we've got a Hrothgar tank team. They've also got Medea, Zhuge Liang, Dia-Chan, and then Li Q as well. So I'm going to either need to want to bring some toons or bring in some other Astral Dwarves and Woodland Fawns. I think let's do that since we've already got Cerus as our featured hero. I'm going to go over to Family and select Dwarves and Woodland Fawns because they will resist the instant mana reduction from Hrothgar, and they will actually gain mana, and they'll resist the negative mana ailment as well. All right, let's bring in Tamlin and Vard, Isidore, and Ixen. Yeah. Okay, let's go into battle with this. This should be a pretty quick battle, probably an auto win. Kind of has the same effect as if I were going up against Fergus, except Hrothgar actually deals damage. Let's match these blues and reds first here. Blue diamond, nice Cascade with the purples. Let's set off that blue diamond. That's going to set off a Cascade of some reds at least. And some more reds. Oh, don't kill Hrothgar, actually. Actually, if it does, At least I won't deal with the damage, but it would have affected Ixen, affecting everybody, which obviously we want her to affect everybody, so let's use Ixen first. It's going to kill Hrothgar. And then let's use Cerys. And see if that hits everybody. It should. Everybody but Li Q. And then let's use the main part of Isidore on Li Q. Hit this red diamond, and we're going to get our specials back, and we're going to be able to end this battle real quick. See if Cerys can put the nail in the coffin here, and he did. We are 2 for 2. That battle went extremely quick, as I was predicting it would. Next up, we've got a Regent tank team. They've also got Zaza, Isabel, Verity, and Glass Richard. Let's bring in a couple other blues. And I think I'm going to bring in Richard and Magni. Bring in some tunes here. And let's bring in Hogni as well. And then, what do they have for Glass Heroes? Is it just Richard? Yeah, actually, you know what? Let's bring in somebody else here. Naeem for the counterattack. And then Magni and Richard. All right, let's go into battle with this here. We have a red diamond to start. That is pretty awesome. And let's match that red diamond. Let's match these blues and greens here. Okay, now we can hit the red diamond. We've got enough tiles to get Cerys' special. Nice cascade with the blues. That's going to kill Region. I will certainly take that. Let's use Naeem on the left here. I need more mana for the 2 on the left before I use Cerys, though. Let's match this yellow diamond. And it looks like everybody's over 50%. I can't tell on Zaza, but it looks like they are over 50%. So let's use Cerys now. And that did hit everybody. Cool. Everybody's silence except Richard, who reflected it back to Cerys, but that is fine. Let's match these 4 blues here. That's going to give me my blue specials. Let's use them over on the left side here. And let's use Magni over here. I'm going to hit this blue dragon so we can match some blues again next turn. And let's just hit this yellow diamond and do some tile dumping. I should have ghosted the red tiles, actually. Zaza's going off. Let's see if we can get lucky with a red. And we did get lucky with a red. That's going to end the battle. And we are 3 for 3. I feel like today's battles are going pretty quick. Next up, we've got a Costume Jakun tank team. They've also got Violet Potts, Domi Ventus, Revna, and Glass Richard. I do need to be careful about Revna because she does give a reflect that reflects wither effects as well. So if that is activated, I cannot use Cerys, but that's fine. I am maybe going to keep the same team since they've got 2 reds as flanks, and I've got all heroes that do extra damage to red. So yeah, let's keep the same team here. What does Jakun do? I know he does extra or different damage or effects to everybody depending on the color. Yeah, I'm not really worried about him. All right, let's keep the same team here. And we've got another red diamond to start. That's pretty nuts. I will certainly take that. And let's hit that red diamond. That will give me both of my red specials. Nice cascade with the blues. I am gonna hit the 3 on the right with, you know what, I'm gonna wait until some more mana is given for everybody. Let's match the 3 purples up against Richard. Give him some mana. Don't give him too much. Now we need the left side to get some mana. Let's let's match the greens up against Violet Pots. Alright, everybody but Jakun is over 50%. But I don't want to risk him going off again, so let's use... Sarah. Let's use name first, and then I'm going to use Saris on Revna. Hoping Jakun is not the next hit target, and looks like it hit mostly everybody. Let's match these 3 blues, setting off the cascade of reds and greens. And then let's see if we can kill Revna. Awesome. Dead. Let's hit the 2 on the left with Hogni. And then I'm going to hit Richard with Magni. Let's match this purple diamond. Gonna match these 4 blues. 2 of them will get ghosted. And Dobby Ventus should die from that damage over time he has. Perfect. All right, we are 4 for 4. Another pretty smooth battle. Next up, we've got a Glass Kagan tank team. They've got all Glass heroes. Glass Marjana ×2, Glass Asarnia, and Glass Magni. So I'm definitely going to keep in my blues, because even if that Arctic Core from Hogni gets reflected back, it only gets reflected back to him, and he resists it as part of his passive anyway. And then let's take out Name, though, because he is not going to do me any good. I think I might bring in Isidore or maybe Gestalt. Definitely want to bring another red in. Let's bring in Isidore. And switch his troop to the Barbarian, one that does more damage. And let's see how this last flag here today goes. I'm going to start off with the greens and reds on the bottom right horizontally. Let's match those 4 blues next, I think. Or do I want to match the 3 blues horizontally up top, because that's going to give me more cascading and new tiles. Yeah, let's do that. Perfect. Let's match these reds and blues now. That's going to kill Kagan before it even goes off. Nice cascading. We're going to get everybody special except Isidore. 1 tile short. All right, let's hit the 2 on the left with Hogni first. And then let's hit the main part of Richard on... Actually, I should have used Saris first. Let's use the main part of Richard on Marjana. That's going to kill both of them. Let's use Magni on... Oh, Marjana evaded it. Cool. Let's use Magni on Magni. And then... let's match these 3 purples, see if I can get a blue underneath, and we did. Cool. I'd like to ghost tiles, but there's no options. Cool. Let's match these up against this Marjana, since she is silenced right now. Alright, we got some blues finally. Both of the Marjanas are going to go off, but that's fine. Hopefully they don't all evade my special attacks. No evading. Awesome. And we went 5 for 5 and mostly full health again that last battle. Right now we are ranked in the top 1%, and I'm showing as ranked 3607. So we went 5-0 day 1, 3, and 4. That second day I lost 2 battles. I had to get my hits in really quick. It was past midnight. I went out on Tuesday after work and I didn't have a chance to get the battle done before work. So we're in the top 1%, currently 18-2. We should be able to clutch out a top 1% performance. Going to need to at least get 4 wins at least tomorrow on day 5. The defense not doing so hot, although we are up to a C rating. We started out with an E rating with a bunch of losses and then won some in a row, so I will certainly take it. Let me know how your 5-star Bloody Battle Raid Tournament is going, and that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it or found it helpful, and if you did, hit that like button, make sure you're subbed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys next time.